Chapter 22. Sara! Wow, Sara! Guess what? We found Solomon! Oh, no! That can't be! Sara thought, as she stood, frozen, on the street as Jason and Billy came speeding toward her on their bicycles. What do you mean? You found Solomon? Found him where? We found him over on the HICKS trail, Sara. And guess what else? Jason announced proudly. We shot him! Sara felt so weak that she thought she would fall down. Her knees nearly buckled right out from under her. He was just sitting there on this spot, Sara. So we flashed him up into the sky, and then Billy shot him with his BB gun. It was awesome, Sara. But he's not nearly as big as we thought he would be. He's mostly feathered. Sara could not believe her ears. The impact of what she was hearing was so intense, so very important, and Jason was driveling on about Solomon not being as big as he thought he would be. Sara felt as if her head would explode. Her book bag dropped to the ground, and Sara began to run as fast as she had ever run in her life to Solomon's thicket. Solomon! Solomon! Where are you, Solomon? Sara cried out frantically. Here, Sara, I'm here. Don't be alarmed. And there, lying in a rumpled clump, was Solomon. Oh, Solomon! Sara cried as she fell down on her knees in the snow. Look at you! Look what they have done to you! Solomon was truly a mess. His always neat feathers were rumpled and seemed to be going in every direction. And the pure white snow all around Solomon was red with blood. Solomon! Solomon! What should I do? Sara, this is no big thing really. But Solomon, you're bleeding. Look at all of this blood. Are you going to be all right? Of course, Sara. Everything is always all right. Oh, Solomon, please don't give me more of that all is well junk. I can see very well with my own eyes that all is not well. Sara, come here to me, Solomon said. Sara crawled right down next to Solomon and put her hand on his back and stroked the feathers under his chin. This was the first time that Sara had actually touched Solomon, and he felt so soft and so vulnerable. Tears rolled down Sara's cheeks. Sara, don't get this rumpled pile of bones and feathers mixed up with who Solomon really is. This body is only a focal point or a point of perspective for something much more to see through. Your body is the same, Sara. It isn't really who you are. It's just the perspective that you use for now to allow who you really are to play and grow and rejoice. But Solomon, I love you. Whatever will I do without you? Sara, wherever do you get this stuff? Solomon isn't going anywhere. Solomon is forever. But Solomon, you are dying, Sara blurted, hurting more than she could ever remember hurting. Sara, listen to me. I am not dying, because there is no such thing as death. True, I won't be using this body for now, but it was getting old and a bit stiff anyway. I've had a red crick in my neck ever since the day I tried to turn my head all the way around to please the sucker's grandchildren. Sara laughed through her tears. Solomon could nearly always make her laugh, even in the worst of times. Sara, our friendship is forever, and that means that anytime you would like a chat with Solomon, all you have to do is identify what you want to talk about. Focus upon it. Bring yourself to a place of feeling very good. And I'll be right here with you. But will I see you, Solomon? Will I be able to see you and touch you? Well, probably not, Sara. Not for a while anyway. But Sara, that's not what our relationship is about anyway. We are mental friends, you and I. And with those last words, Solomon's crumpled body relaxed into the snow, and his big eyes fluttered shut. No! Sara's voice echoed across the pasture. Solomon, don't leave me! But Solomon was quiet. Sara stood up, looking down at Solomon's body. He looked so small, lying there in the snow, his feathers moving softly in the wind. Sara took off her coat and laid it on the snow next to Solomon. She lifted him gently onto her coat and wrapped it around him. And then, not noticing that it was really quite cold, Sara carried Solomon down Thacker's trail. Sara, our friendship is forever, and that means that anytime you would like a chat with Solomon, all you have to do is identify what you want to talk about and focus upon it. Bring yourself to a place of feeling very good, and I'll be right here with you, Solomon said again. But Sara couldn't hear.